What's going on, Canes fans? We are back with another episode of the Croot on the U, brought to you by the Scoop on the U. We have got three fantastic recruits joining us tonight, and we currently have one of them backstage with us right now. Luke, would you like to do the introductions for us?
Absolutely, man. So the first guest that we have on today, one of the best running backs in the class of 2025, offers from a host of schools, including UCF, Rutgers, Kentucky, Louisville, Tennessee, and Miami. First off, bringing on from Osceola High School, Tavion Swint.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. Good, good.
Hey man, well, we like to just jump it off. Like first of all, thank you for joining us tonight, man. Thank you for giving us some of your free time, and we know Canes fans love to get to know our recruits better, man. So just thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
I like to start everything off with what's your current height and weight?
My current height weight, I'm 5'9", weighing 180 right now.
Okay.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you had any timed runs? 40-yard dashes, anything like that?
Not lately. I got a combine coming up, UA camp. My last time I ran was like a 4.5, and some
Okay.
change behind it.
How'd this last season go for you and your team?
It went pretty good. We had a little bumps in the road, but we fixed them. We ran across the team. I know y'all probably familiar with them. Lakeland High School. They gave us a little run for our money, but this year we got them for sure.
Do you remember what your stats were?
Not off the top of my head, but I know I rushed for some change.
Yeah,
For a lot of
I saw the
change.
stats. You put up some numbers, bro, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, so first off, I want to ask you, how would you describe your game to someone who's never watched you play before?
To someone who ever watched me play, like I'm not like into the new running back styles. I'm into like the old running back styles. Like my people that I look up to, like someone like Bo Jackson. Like I look up to like old running backs. So like I can't really describe my running style with some new players because I don't really look into the new players.
So, I mean, with that in mind, like what is that old running back style that you think you play more like?
Like hard, explosive, speed, like pound for pound.
Are there any new school running backs that you mess with like that?
Yes, sir. Who that is in the NFL? Them in the Florida. Uh,
Pierce.
yes, Pierce. I look up
He,
to him a lot. Yeah, I watch him. I
he can
watch
hit.
him. He probably who else? Alvin Kamara. He's
Mhm.
a he's a he's a youngest still to me because he been in there for a minute, but he's still young.
What were some of the off-season workouts you did before this last season that you felt help your kind of take your game to a higher level?
Like my breakaway speed. That's really where I worked on my breakaway speed. Like I already had like the first steps explosive, where I really just needed that breakaway speed. So that's one of the things that I really worked on. Really my feet work, cutting, juke moves, stuff like that.
Well, man, you talking about Bo Jackson, bro? I was so happy to hear that. That is literally my favorite player in the NFL of all time. I actually got a
Yes,
chance.
sir.
I got a chance to meet him when I was like 9, 10 years old when he was still playing baseball. Like,
Mhm.
like the dude's for real, bro. Like he literally
Yeah.
picked me up with one hand and put me on his shoulder. I ain't even playing, bro. Like I was a basketball. He just picked me up by my dome. Like that dude is that. He's that
Yes.
strong.
Yes,
So
sir.
that leads me to what's the weight room focus for you? If you want to be pounding and grounding, man, what are you really trying to build on?
Really like my legs, but like we have this thing put up in our weight room, and it's like it go like superior, then I think superior, champion, and power. But right now I'm at power, but like my main spot I'm really trying to get at is the bad cowboy. Bad cowboy mean like you best of them all. Like you can't be touched. Like you're on and off the field. You a beast in the classroom, the weight room, on the field, off the field, like everywhere you go, like that holds weight with you.
Are you working with any specific trainers this off season?
No sir, I'm really working with my brother and really my coach EP Eric Parnellis. I'm doing track right about now in 707. So like on my off season, on my off time, I'm either working out with my brother or just in the weight room pushing weight.
What type of workouts to do with your brother?
Like running back drills, bag work, ladder work. Uh, like I don't I don't put myself in that category as like just a running back. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm a all around athlete, so I could really do everything.
What do you think are the biggest strengths of your game right now?
Uh, the biggest strengths of my game, like that's like a trick question because I really like it's just there.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. Yeah, and I mean, what are some of the areas that I want to say weaknesses, but areas that you think you could clean up and improve on moving forward?
Like like my air I could clean up is
Might have some internet issues here. Let's see.
And I think we lost him just for a sec. Usually it boots back up.
Yeah, it happens.
We'll give it just a sec. I definitely want to finish the interview with him, dude. I've watched his film, man. He's being underrated already, bro. Like honestly, he's flat out being underrated.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna relog in. It'll be probably the best way for him to go about it. So speaking then, while we're waiting here, what have you seen from Swint? What stands out to you?
He's just a bruiser, man. I mean that type of, I guess, old school play style that he described himself with. I mean that speaks with his game, man. He really resembles that type of running back, and he is going to bring just a lot of physicality to whichever college program he eventually, decides to enroll with. Just what are some of the things that yourself that you saw from his film?
Well, what I noticed is even though he's a power back, he actually offers a decent amount of speed as well. He can get to the outside. He can, he doesn't have to go just straight through the tackles. He can actually get to the outside. But I want to say, I mean, he has no problem putting one hand into somebody and putting him in the dirt and just driving right past him. Even though he's a power back, I look at him a little different than I look at like a Mark Fletcher. They have a different running stand. You see even their gait of how they run and how they hold their feet and stuff like that. He's a different kind of power runner. But I think that I might more compare him to Citizen, honestly. But that's where I would compare him to a little more than Fletcher. I think, at least from the film that I've seen. I can see he's trying to log on still, but he's having an issue with his device. That's weird. It just says device is not connected.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking of Trevante Citizen, real quick, since you mentioned
Yeah,
him,
go
he's
ahead.
something that I can't wait to watch. Coming up this season, not really sure what his availability will be in spring necessarily, just because obviously he is coming back from that season-ending lower body injury. So not sure how much of him we'll see in spring. I'll find that out very soon with the first spring practice. What day is it today? It's the 22nd. First spring practice coming up on the March 4th. So, we'll see more of that come then. But, whether he returns at some point during the spring or, the fall, he's going to be a great running back. It looks like we have him back.
Ah, ah.
I'm back. Thank you.
There
I'm
we
back.
go.
All
Here we
right.
got
All right.
we got
You
you. We
good,
got you.
man.
Yes, sir.
Got
I
you.
don't. Luke, go ahead and I don't remember where we left off, but Luke, go ahead.
I think you were saying about the like just some of the areas of your game that I think you need to improve on
Oh
moving forward.
yes. I was saying like the breakaway speed. The breakaway speed. Yeah, I was working on that a lot, but I didn't really get to finish because. But that's the main thing I'm like focused on, like that extra twitch, like just to sharpen up on the corners a little bit more.
For sure. And then when we introduce you talking about your offers, UCF, Rutgers, Kentucky, Louisville, Tennessee, a whole bunch of other ones, Queen Miami. What is it? How does it feel to have all these offers and have all this love from these major programs as only a sophomore?
It feels pretty good because like as a freshman, like I had got my first offer from University of Florida. When I got that just like made me like grind and work extra hard. But then like going into my sophomore season, like the colleges coming to the schools, they wasn't like they couldn't really talk to me because I was the youngest. So like when I got that second offer, it just elevated me. Like I like, I gotta do this right, do that right. Like it feels good. Like cause especially when the head coach talking to me, like I feel like dang, it makes me feel like home, but really they ain't really show me nothing yet. So I gotta like hone myself back down. Like this is just the beginning.
On offense, are you asked to pick up the blitz occasionally?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you feeling pretty confident about that ability to block?
Yes, sir. That's another thing I've been working. I missed that out a little bit, but yeah, that's another thing I've been working on, picking up the pass block possession, and the blitz possession. I gotta step up a little bit more. Like I gotta put my body out there more, really.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah. How about passing catches out of the backfield? How you feeling about that? Pretty confident?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Like 10, like 20 out of 50-50, I'm gonna catch the ball. 100%, I'm gonna catch it. No matter what, how you throw it, I'm gonna catch it. I'm trying to make a play on the ball.
What type of routes does your high school usually kind of use you on?
Wheel routes out the backfield. Sometimes like angle route out the backfield. It depends.
Okay,
Sometimes they throw me in the slot and I do a little slot work.
so 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 they don't just use you as kind of like as a flat guy. They use you on wheels and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A
Nice,
lot
man.
of wheels.
That's good, man. And talking a little bit about your Miami offer. I know you got that back in November.
Right.
Just tell me how that came about.
Actually, I forgot who I got in touch with, but when they got in touch with me, I was they had introduced me to the running back coach, Coach Mario. Uh, he was telling me how it's gonna be and everything. Actually, I got that offer like I think a game after my birthday.
Okay.
After my birthday, I got that offer. I think so, yeah. And they were just walking me through like I think you're gonna be a good factor of the team. We need more 2025s like you come over with you, you know, like the Canes, like they're gonna make it sound good.
Got you. And I mean, have you had a chance to or have you talked with Tim Harris Jr., Miami's new running back coach before?
Yes, sir. He was at UCF. He had
Okay.
came over.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tell,
Yeah.
tell, tell me a little bit about like what you know about him, your relationship with him.
Yes, sir. Before he got came over to Miami, because he's like when he was talking to me, he was telling me he originally from Miami. So
Hmm.
he was telling me about like what he expect, like like when he's like in and out, like when he come into the film, like to meetings with the running backs, he want straight positive energy. Like he's like as him speaking to me, I feel like he's a good running back coach.
For
Like
sure.
he can lead you in the right direction.
He's someone that you're excited to see took
Yes,
over as Miami's next guy running back. The
yes,
leader.
sir. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Tavion, do you or your team have any specific pregame traditions that you go through?
Pre-game positions, like, nah, I don't think so.
You just
Nah.
listen to music, stay in the zone.
Yeah, like we like on like pre-game, we go eat our pre-game meal, then we come back, we sit in like our wrestling room, turn the lights off, we put on our speaker, like our team speaker, and we just play music and get in the zone, like before any game, every game really. Except like away games, we just listen to our music on our headphones and get ready to play. But when we at home, it's like a chill moment, like no talking, no laughing, in the zone, ready to play.
Got you, man. I got you. So, curious, what gets you most excited on game day? Is it the pregame? Is it the lead up, or is it something that happens, a big run? What gets you pumped up, bro?
Like before the game, like really like the fans. Like, like before like before the games, I'll be having my headphones on. To me, I'll be to myself on game day. Sometimes I go with the team, but most of the time to myself, you know, I have my headphones in. But then when you're on your phone, you trying to listen to music, but my phone be on like do not disturb. I still get the message. I see them. Yo, chick, I need you to do this for me this game day. But I try not to look at them. I try not to look at my messages, but I'll probably mess around and go on Instagram, see all the messages and stuff like that. So right now I try not to look at that. I try like to maintain focus on what I got to do in my assignment.
How deep are the crowds at
Really, it depends because if we got a big game,
mm,
they coming out. Like it's gonna be a lot of people out rooting for the team and everything like that. But it be swole a little bit. It be packed. Yes, sir.
Nice, man. And then I want to ask a couple more questions about your recruiting and such. I know you were at UCF Junior Day earlier in January. Just tell me about UCF and just how they're recruiting you and the love that they're showing you.
Like UCF, they showing me a lot of love. I'm never gonna hold you on down. They show me a lot of love. Like like when I get there, they treat me like it's home. I talked to the head coach, Coach Malzahn, Coach Alex, I talked to him and the running back coach. They get me, they walk me through everything. Like it's like home, especially on junior day. I had already been there like a few weeks before the junior day, a few days before. Like I had took pictures in the uniform. Then I had brought one of my little ones on with me to the junior day. So I had took pictures with my little one. It was nice. It was nice. Coaches really show a lot of love.
It's awesome, man. And then just I know it's early. I know it's probably going to change as time goes on, but what are the factors? What are the most important things that you want to see from these colleges and from these coaches when making that final decision?
Really, like I was saying, like make me feel like at home. Really, like make me feel like I could put my like coaches come and go, but like even when that one coach leave, I could still make sure like this feel like home to me. Like you feel me? Like yeah, make me feel like I'm at home.
Tavion, I got 3 words for you. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those 3 words mean to you?
It means a lot to me, but I can't even put it in my type of words because like I know a lot of dogs came through Miami, like Ed Reed, all them guys, all them cats like them guys. So it means a lot to me, but one it means like to me it means like they ain't gonna tolerate straight grind. That's all they know is grind. So if I come in at Miami, my mindset got to be on straight working.
Cristobal himself, he's an offensive line coach. You being a running back, needing help from the offensive line, is there appeal in having a head coach who's going to focus on the offensive line?
Yes, sir. That's what when I talked to him last time, he told I didn't even know he was an offensive lineman coach. I didn't even know he played offensive line, but he had told me like that opened my eyes too, because I'm like, dang, he's an offensive lineman coach. He know more about it, so he know like what a running back post, what holes the running back supposed to hit. He knows a lot, so that really opened my eyes to University of Miami too, because like I don't just got one coach telling me what to do. Actually, I got two, because he on and off too.
So I just got 2 more questions, man. So the first one, what are some of your early goals for next season?
I didn't hit my goal last season. My goal was to have 2,000 rushing yards.
Mm,
But this season I'm trying to like I'm still gonna keep that goal in mind. 2,000 rushing yards with some change in
okay.
states.
Sweet, man. And then last question, who's on your game day playlist?
Who's on my game day playlist?
Yes, sir.
Uh, I don't know, but this might feel like I'm a little in my feelings, but this like get me in the zone. I listen to like Rod Wave, or I'll probably listen to like Young Boy, one of
Okay.
them. Like when I'm ready, like I'm finna get ready to play, I'm listening to like Young Boy, J Dot, all them guys like that.
You listen to J Dot Breezy?
Yeah, J Dot Breezy.
Nice, man. And Raw Wave doesn't like chill you down at all or anything like that?
Yeah, Rod Wave chill me down. Like it gets me ready, like to stay calm. Picturing myself, close my eyes, picturing myself on the field when I
Gotcha.
score, the crowd yelling. Yeah,
Sweet, man.
yes, sir.
Go ahead and give a shout out to any coaches, family members, trainers that have helped you develop as a player on and off the field. I know you got a lot of love for your OL in the trenches.
Yeah, so first I want to thank God for putting me in this predicament that I am now. Then I want to thank my mom and dad for raising me, and my mom, dad, and brothers for raising me and keeping me on the right track. Then I want to thank my head coach, Coach Eric Parnellis, to giving me the chance to show what I can do. Then I want to thank my O line coach for putting those guys in front of me, giving them the right steps. Then I want to thank my whole O lineman. I don't want to like say all the names, but they know who I'm talking to. Big shout out to them, because if they're not in front of me, then I'm dead. I want to shout out my defensive coaches, my defensive players. A lot of people. I want to shout out my strength coach, Coach Atterbury. He's also my offensive lineman coach, and my weight and as well, and Coach V, Coach Vince Sickle, him too. He pushing me in the weight room.
Where can the good people find you on social media? Go ahead and plug your social media sites.
Okay, y'all can find me at chick.1k, chick1k on Instagram, and y'all can find me on Twitter, Tavion Swint.
All right, man. Well, I just got one last question for you, Tavion. It's a question we ask every recruit that comes onto this show. Why do you love the game of football?
You know, I love the game of football because, you know, like nobody didn't make me play this game of football. I was introduced to this sport, to this game at 4 years old. I played flag football for the Osceola Panthers. Oh, actually, I want to shout out my youth league coach, Coach Josh Day, and my dad for, you know, putting the ball in my hand, showing me what a football was. But yeah, when I was 4 years old, I started playing flag football. You know, ever since then, I just started building that up. You know, football. So that's really like all I know when I was little. And
well, Luke, Luke, do you have anything else here for our fantastic guest?
No, that's all I got, man. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tavion, we definitely want to have you back on in the future. You know, update fans about your recruitment, your development, all that. I'm sure they're going to want to hear about it.
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
We'll stay in touch, bro. Have yourself a good night.
All right, you too.
All righty, guys. That was, excuse me, running back Tavion Swint, right out of Florida, going to be one of the top names in the class, in his class, in the running. I mean, heck, as far as I'm concerned, he's probably might turn into a national name if he continues at the pace he's going at. Honestly, if the development continues at that rate and he's really showing that power, it'll get noticed. We got our next guest backstage already here, guys. We've got a fantastic recruit joining us. We've got 2024 outside linebacker Chris Cole from Salem High School in Virginia. He was recently offered by Miami. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing great, man. Thanks for taking the time to join us tonight and, you know, let Canes fans get a little more familiar with you.
Yes, sir.
Man, I always like to start it off with what's your current height and weight?
I'm 6'3", 202.
Okay. Have you had your wingspan measured?
I have an 80 wingspan.
Oh, impressive. Very impressive. So what were some of the off-season workouts that you did last season that you feel helped you this last season you just went through? You know, that kind of took your game to a higher level.
Over during like the off season, I went to like a lot of camps and I competed a lot. And I did lots of footwork and then during the off season, I was in the weight room all day long. And I said that the camps helped me a lot because like it helped me I see like what level I was on compared to like the other people too. And I worked on my agility and like just being like a better safety and outside linebacker.
What's up, man? It's a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Sir, nice to meet you.
Yeah. So I study journalism. I'm bad with math, but so you have a 6'8" wingspan? Is that?
Yes.
Okay, that's serious. That's serious now. Man, so, you know, first off, I just want to ask, how would you describe your game to someone that has never watched you play before?
I say my game kind of like I run very fast. It's very physical. I'm quick to the ball. I'm very physical, kind of hard hitting, and just like all around the ball, and everything's quick. Yeah, for sure, man. And then what are some of the areas that you think you need to clean up, improve on moving forward? I say like just keep working on my footwork and my speed, and just kind of like on the open up like my hips and my footwork, and then like my reaction time too, kind of to get to the ball.
Who is your guys' biggest rival school?
I say right now is Patrick Henry High School.
How did it go last time you guys played them?
Like last time, they beat us 10, and then the other years, like this is the first time they ever won since 1994. So like now it's like a big rivalry now, and I'm super excited for this season coming up.
Do you feel that match was the toughest battle you guys faced that season?
I say it was, and then and then I got a playoff run against EC Glass. Like they're a very a great team, and and just like a very well coached team. But yes, I think that was like our best battle.
And just curious, your opinion here on this. What traits do you feel make an elite outside linebacker? Mentally, physically, what does it take to make an elite?
I say like a smart linebacker, who can like know the calls, and then I just be like the leader of the defense and control the calls. I be fast. I can play in and out the box too, in coverage and in space too. I'm just like an overall linebacker who like runs the defense, and that's fast and physical.
So I wanted to ask you just a little about your recruitment, man. I know Duke is one of the schools, and I mean, you're just to relay some of your offers to the audience. Duke, Virginia Tech, UVA, Texas A&M, Miami. You have a lot of great offers. I know Duke is one of them. Just tell me about their involvement.
So like I went to like a game visit during the summer, and I have like recent contact with them, and like I always keep in touch with them, and I built like a great relationship with them. And then I got offered in November too, and I was just down there in January. So I can say like I built like a great relationship with Duke right now.
Sweet. And how was your junior day visit over there? Just tell me about that.
It was great. We had like a watch party, and I was able to see her like around the facilities. I met the weight training coach, and I talked with the head coach, and we talked about like the program and what they expect from me, and what they're giving out. And we talked about their like the education program too, and we rode on like around like the facilities and started student housing and the chapel and just everything there.
Sweet, man. No, it's awesome. And then I know Miami is one of those schools that are a little more involved right now, or I should say involved as of late.
Yes.
I know Coach Derek Nicholson was the one that offered you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Just talk a little about him, because I mean he's a name that, given that he just arrived in Miami, is pretty new to Canes fans. Just tell everyone about him.
Yes, sir. I'm super excited. So I got offered on Monday. So the head coach called me, and he was like, and they get in the phone like ASAP. So then I FaceTime, and they were super pumped up and excited about me and then we talked about how my uncle like Roy Marley, like he should play there too, and how like they're rebuilding, and I would fit that program great, and I follow the footsteps of my uncle too, because he is a very on a great linebacker there too. So it was my first ever time talking to them. I was talking to the head coach and him, and then also on like Dennis Smith. I talked with him a lot. I was talking with him like for like the last like few days before I called him. So it was super excited to meet them, and I'm super excited about Miami and what they have to offer.
Chris, what gets you most excited on game day?
I say the fans. Like my school, like we have a great fan base. Just walking out, like our facilities, like give me hype, and like during the game. So like I love like to make big hits. Like my first big hit, kind of like get me like super pumped up, and I'm always ready to play and compete.
So let's talk a little game week film study here against the opponent's run game. I'm a big proponent of containment on the outside, and also knowing when an outside linebacker should be rushing in to help in the backfield to make a tackle.
Yes, sir.
What are you looking for early in that film that you can take advantage of?
I'm watching like the running backs, like movement. So like during film, I watch film all the time. So I just like study the linebacker and the way he moves, and then also I study the line too, because the line can tell like where's the running back going. So like the guard pulls, then he's gonna go to the left. The guard pulls right, then he's going to the right. So I study that all the time, and then I study like the motions too, because the wide receiver can motion too, and then during the game, I study like the running back's eyes, because the eyes can always tell like where they're going, and their false step too. So I study all that.
Do you have any early goals for your senior season?
My goals is my first goal is to win states. This is my senior season, so I'm gonna ball out. I'm gonna have over 100 tackles on this season. I'm gonna have 5+ picks, and I want to also win first team All State.
Nice. And do you expect that you'll be stepping into more of a leadership role, given that you will be a senior?
Yes. This season, I had a very great leadership role because our seniors left, so it was just us. So I'm already like used to that, and I'm just like a natural leader. So this season, I might just step up more to lead since I'm a senior, and just lead my team, and and then guide like the younger guys like to like a better path, and just help them out.
For sure. And what type of leader are you? Are you more vocal? Are you more lead by example?
I'm like both. Like I can be vocal, and I can lead by example too. Either or like they want. I can do both.
Coach Cristobal recently stated that he expects young players to come in and earn playing time.
Yes.
How does that appeal to you when you're looking, for factors in a college, a chance to get out there and truly earn yourself early?
Yes, that's a great factor to me because I want to play. Because like my main goal is to like make it to make it to like the next level and get my degree too. So so just saying that, I mean, like I know like I have to earn my spot, and I want to do that on like anywhere I go. That's a great factor for me. I know I'll work and grind for it to earn my starting spot.
I got 3 words for you, Chris. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those words mean to you?
Greatness.
Perfect.
And I mean, just because you mentioned early playing time is one of the factors, just what are some of the other factors that you expect to consider when making that final collegiate decision?
Well, first the part is like the education and like what program has the best education for like what I want to study, and the second part is like a coach, like a mentor who can develop me on and off the field as a man and a person, and a player too. If I can make it to like the next level, that's my main goal in life is to get my diploma and then make it to the next level.
Do you know what you might want to study?
I want to study in sports medicine.
Okay, that's awesome, man. Wow, that's great to hear.
Well, man, I just got a couple more questions for you here, Chris. I was going to start with a different one, but I'll start with this one first here. Go ahead and give a shout out to some of the high school coaches, trainers, family members, anybody who's helped you develop throughout the years. Anyone you really want to show some love to, go ahead and give them a shout out.
First, I want to give a shout out to my mom. She been helping me through like this whole process, and my grandma and just my family and my uncle. I want to give like a big shout out to all my coaches I had like during my football season, and then plus it's helped me right now. My younger league too. I want to give a shout out to my coaches from the Northwest Raiders, and also I want to give a shout out to my teammates, my boy like Josiah Moyer, Jalen Allen, Jonathan Vernon, and my boy Javion Jones, and just my team overall, because like they helped me to be like where I am now, and I just want to thank them because they make me better every single day, and I practice with them, and they my boys, and I want to thank God too.
Go ahead and give your social media plugs. Where can people find you at on social media?
My Instagram is _ Chris that boy. ChrisDatBlii, and my Twitter is Chris _ Cole 3.
And the last question I got for you here, Chris, it's a question I ask every single recruit that we bring onto this show. Why do you love the game of football? Where do you get that passion to go out there and compete at such a high level?
I've been loving the game since I was 6. I started playing when I was 6 years old, and I remember my first ever time just stepping on the field, and I just fell in love with the game. I love the game, and I just like love the competitiveness and just like the overall of football, because because not everyone can play that, and I just love the game, and I love what it bring me to. Like it brought me I met new people, built like lots of relationships, and I just love just like the game. I just love it.
So I just got 2 more questions, man, for you. First one, who are some of the linebackers or defenders that you watch, college, NFL, doesn't matter, that you take things from their game and add it into yours?
Mm-hmm. I watch. So I had former teammates. Like they're at Tech now. The Twins. Like I look up to them. I watch Jamal Adams, Troy Polamalu, and especially like my uncle and my cousin, 'cause they play linebacker too.
Got you. And last question, man. Who is on your game day playlist?
I say Nardo Wick.
Okay, Nardo. Okay, got you, man.
Yep.
Well, man, that was all I had for you tonight. Was that all you had here for our great guest, Luke?
That's
Yes,
all.
sir.
I got. That's all I got, man. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us tonight.
Thank you. I had a great time. For having
Chris,
me.
we had a fantastic time getting to know you, and we definitely want to be able to update fans in the future about your recruitment and development. So we definitely would love to have you back on in the future.
Yes, sir. I would love that. Thank you.
We'll stay in touch. You have yourself a great night, Chris.
Sir, you too. See y'all. Nice having me.
Thank you. Well, man, that is a very, very high upside player right there. His wingspan, dude, at outside linebacker.
I was doing the math. I was doing the math in my head, like 80 inches. Wait, and then 6'8". That's some pretty crazy stuff right there.
Even if you get him engaged in a tackle, his arm's going to reach out and he's going to grab onto jerseys and he's going to make an impact, bro. He's going to slow dudes down. I mean, it's just there's those little things of the game, though, but coaches see it. They see
Exactly.
it, you know.
Precisely.
And super athletic, super smart, honestly. You know, honestly, on and off the field. He's been a guy who I've gotten a chance to speak with. He's very, very, very well versed in being an outside linebacker, even though it's kind of new to him a little bit because he had been playing safety for a little bit, which is interesting because that gives him that, you know, that experience also in the backfield as well. So he has a little bit of experience in coverage, which we know outside linebackers sometimes are forced into.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, given that he has that prior coverage experience, that plays dividend when, you know, at the college level, he's going to be asked to guard tight ends and guard slot receivers and such. So given that he already has that prerequisite knowledge of guarding those type of players, I think that'll just be even more of an advantage for him.
Well, guys, we got our last recruit of the night joining us. He's backstage right now. This is 2024 quarterback AJ Hairston out of Monarch High School in Florida, who was offered on the 15th of this month by Miami. What's up, AJ? How you doing, man?
So I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, good. Are you able to hear us clear?
Yes, sir.
Man, well, thank you for taking the time to join the show and letting Canes fans get a little more familiar with you.
Thanks for inviting me.
So I like to always start off. What's your current height and weight?
Right now, I'm sitting at 6'3", around like 210.
Okay. Have you had your hand size measured?
I did, but I can't remember what it was.
No worries. How long have you been playing quarterback?
Since my freshman year.
Okay.
I really got into football like when I started taking football serious like my freshman year, beginning of like when COVID started.
What were some of those workouts that you first started doing when you got into football that you really helped develop you as a player?
At first, like I was just playing quarterback because my team, I was on JV at the time as a freshman. So like my team just needed somebody to throw the ball. So I was just like, sure, I might as well give it a shot. But then like it just came to me and everything worked out.
What's up, man? Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too.
So how glad are you that you gave quarterback a shot?
I feel it probably is really good to me now because of like what's coming or what's here right now and what's more to come that I know that's going to come in my way later.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, you know, walk me through when you got that Miami offer. That was your first Division I offer, correct?
Yes.
Just tell me about it, you know, how it came about and I guess your first reactions and first feelings afterwards.
At first, my coach, Coach Davis, my head coach for Monarch High School, Coach Cristobal, he's come to our school plenty of times before this happened. So like the other day, he told me, "Oh, such and such, something's gonna happen," and then gave him a call, and I started talking to Coach Cristobal, and he talked to me, told me everything that I need to keep doing, and what I'm doing good that's working, and he gave it to me.
And what was just tell me how that feel afterwards to finally get that first offer.
It was it was like really a boost of motivation to me because like I've been a Canes fan like for a long time. My mom goes to all the Canes games when she was younger with my grandpa, everybody. So like getting this offer was really like um, like amazing to me.
Are you working with any trainers?
Right now I'm working with my coach, Coach Poole, my quarterback coach that I usually work out with.
Is there any camps that you're going to be attending here anytime soon?
Yes, this summer we're gonna be going to like FSU camp. We're going to FSU like 7-on-7 quarterback camp and all that other stuff. We're going to like the Florida camp, South Carolina, stuff like that.
I was actually just about to ask you about 7-on-7. How do you feel 7-on-7 has helped you when it's time to put pads on? Building relationships with receivers, or how do you feel it's helped you out?
I feel like it helps you definitely build the connection with your receivers, get that chemistry going on early before the actual season starts, and it also helps you like without pads, you get to work on your mechanics even better. So that way, when you get in pads, it will help you out a lot more.
Yeah, I know with 7-on-7 you were running with DefCon. Who are you running with now?
I'm still with DEFCON.
Oh, you're still with DefCon? Okay, I just want to make sure about that, man. And yeah, no, just tell me, man, how would you describe your game to someone who has never seen you play before?
A way that I would describe my game is, I would say like I can make plays. I have a strong arm. I can make smart decisions, and I can make it work with my feet.
For sure. And you know what? I also know they're going to be at the Under Armour camp on March 5th, correct?
Yes.
Just what are you looking to improve then?
Just show them what I'm really about. Like all the hype, that's everything that all my coaches are talking about me. That I just got to live up to it.
AJ, what traits do you feel help make an elite quarterback, mentally and physically? What decides the elite from the good?
Just like the leadership. Like you gotta encourage your teammates, not only like getting on them, but like showing them the way. Not exactly. You don't always have to tell them what to do. You can show them literally like without saying a word. You can show them the right way, and they will catch on just like that.
Do you have any current favorite players that you like to look up to?
Right now, I like watching Justin Fields when he was at Georgia, when he and also Ohio State, and now that when he's with the Bears.
For sure, man. And just this past season, I mean, I could be wrong here. So second team All State, right? Broward County Player of the Year, very accomplished. Just tell me about the season, how it was for you.
It was definitely like a lot like a bigger season than we. It was like we fell short of what we wanted, but better yet, it was still good because my sophomore year we really didn't do that well, and we went 4-4, didn't make the playoffs at all. But this year, we actually had a winning record and we made it to the playoffs.
Individually, do you think you made a big jump between your sophomore and junior year?
I definitely feel like I've gotten way better, like as a quarterback, as a teammate, as a person in general.
For sure, man. And what do you think you did in between that sophomore and that junior year for you to make that that big jump?
You just change how you live your lifestyle. Like you don't do this no more. You don't go out. Oh, your friends want to do this. You have to just put in the work, and the results will come out.
It sounds like you made like certain sacrifices to get to the place where you want to be.
Yes, like some teammates would want to go out to go party or like go to do this place, go out to eat or go to like Sky Zone or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I would call my coach and be like, "Oh, let's go get some work in," and we just go get some work in for like an hour and a half, and I'll go home.
This question's a little more about fun than anything else because fans are always curious about this. But how far can you sling the rock, AJ? what's your range? You know, how far can you toss that ball?
I never really tried it, but I feel like I did like I would say I did like 55 just standing still off like turning twisting my hips. But I feel like standing or taking like a drop and actually like gathering my step, I probably could hit like 60, 65.
That's very impressive. Very impressive. Are you more comfortable in the pocket passing, or are you more comfortable on the move?
Uh, right now, I feel like I'm getting better as throwing on the run. So like now, going into my senior season, I really don't. It doesn't matter which side, what if I'm on the run or if I'm standing in the pocket or anything. So I feel like I'll be good on that.
What should South Florida expect from Monarch next year?
Uh, a state title.
The title. Okay. And what should South Florida and what should everyone expect from you? What are your early goals?
I want to be on the leaderboard on passing yards and touchdowns in Broward. Uh, hopefully go on undefeated and have an undefeated record in the regular season and do good in the playoffs.
Got you. And what would you say your biggest strengths are right now?
Biggest strengths would be my leadership, like of how I carry myself in front of my teammates and on the field and off the field with my teammates in class and school, like showing them what the right way is. And yeah.
What gets you most excited on game day? You know, is it pre-game stuff or anything that happens in a game? Certainly. What gets you pumped up?
It definitely is like the pregame, like when you're in the locker room with all your teammates getting ready, getting taped up, listening to music on full blast. Definitely gives you like an energy booster.
Let's talk a little game week film study versus defensive backs you're going to be facing. When you're first sitting down and you're observing the film of your opponent and you're checking out the DB unit, what are some of the first things you try to identify that you can take advantage of?
You see like what DB is going to be aligned with what receiver, and know the strengths of your receiver that can beat the weaknesses of the defender's strengths. So like you would see if he's aggressive or passive. So that depends on what routes we have on going on. So that way I know I could throw it sooner, or as soon as he makes this move, the receiver makes this move, the defender is going to bite, and I'll have my shot to make him get a wide open pass.
So I know you mentioned earlier that you're a Canes fan and everything, but are there any other schools that you've always looked up to in a way that you would like to receive just an offer or just some recruiting love moving forward?
Probably mostly like the Florida teams, like FSU and Florida, but like Miami has been a big part of me for real.
Gotcha, man. And you know, when you eventually make that collegiate decision, what do you think some of the most important factors and the most important things that you want to see from colleges and from these coaches will be?
I would say like the coaches, the players, how everybody acts to each other, acts towards each other, the environment of the practices, the game days, how the team like reacts when we're down, and what they say like let's gather each other up and get each other's back and come back and win the game, or where they just sit down and say like we lost the game. It's whatever.
Gotcha, for sure. And last question, man, very random, but who is on your game day playlist?
I would have to say uh, No Cap, G Herbo, and Meek Mill.
Gotcha, man.
Overall, you know, just if you had to give just a general opinion on this new staff at Miami, do you feel that they're heading in the right direction?
I believe so, because they are trying something. Coach Cristobal is trying something now, going with the air raid offense, and hopefully we can put some more points on the board, which helps us win more games, win more ball games.
With Coach Cristobal being an offensive line coach, and of course you being a quarterback needing protection from your offensive line, is that a factor that you could consider weighing in as far as colleges?
I would say so, because Coach Cristobal is not just going to pick up any random old lineman. They're going to go find the dogs that's in the trenches that could work and put in the work.
I got two more questions for you, AJ. What I was going to say, actually, not even a question here, but go ahead and give a shout out to anybody, you know, any of your coaches, trainers, family members, anybody who's helped you develop along the way through your football career.
I would like to shout out my mom. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to go to any of those practices, tryouts, football practices, anything like that. My coaches, Coach Davis, Coach Mont, Coach Poole. He's helped. They all three of them have took me in under their wing to help me and get me better as a player. And my dad.
And what are your social media accounts? Go ahead and plug the people so they can find you on social media.
My Twitter is AJ Hairston 4, and my Instagram is YOUNGIIN_AJ.
And I got one last question for you, AJ. This is the question that we ask every single recruit that comes onto this show. Why do you love the game of football? Where do you get that passion to go out there and compete at such a high level on a weekly basis?
It just feels like it doesn't feel. It doesn't. It feels like just you're in a whole different like atmosphere, or you're off the planet. Like football is just when you put on the pads, the shoulder, the helmets, everything. You just feel a different type of way when as soon as you step across the white lines and get on the field, you just get in that mode.
And I just wanted to give you a heads up here, AJ. A current Miami Hurricanes player, Jackson Carver, left a message here for you saying the U is where it's at. And we've also got a message here from Mr. Overdose 101. He says, "Good evening. Alex Dono, who is one of our most respected journalists in the Canes community, speaks very highly of you. So you have definitely caught the attention of the Canes fans and the media."
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much for giving us this time and letting Canes fans get more familiar with you. We definitely would love to have you back on in the future just so we can update fans a little bit with, you know, your development, your recruitment, just kind of see where things are going with you. Definitely want to stay in touch.
Yes, sir. I would love to be back.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate the time, man.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Have a great night, AJ.
You too.
All right, guys. That was AJ Hairston, one of the who I'm feeling is a quarterback who's climbing up the ranks pretty darn quick, and I'm glad our staff saw it early. FSU had shown a little bit of interest in. They invited him to a game and had him come watch. I think it was last season. I don't think they didn't pull the trigger though, and then Miami ended up was the ones who pulled the trigger there. So I'm glad Miami got on this early. There is some upside here that is very, very evident when you watch this film. And as John points out right here, he's going to be a 4-star real quick. I believe that, honestly. I really do. With his traits, I mean, to me, it's just a matter of time. Having Alex Dono speak highly of him, having one of our own players, you know, saying that with you, it's where it's at. I mean, heck, man, you know, what more can a recruit ask for, you know?
For sure. I mean, he's got the goods, he's got the traits. Really excited to watch him play this upcoming high school season or next year. I mean, it's high school season's so far away at this point, but I'm excited to watch him at Monarch just because there wasn't a school I was able to check out this past year. So, you know, excited to see you know how he plays at the high school level, man.
Do you give him props for staying at a school like Monarch, even though after he's gotten attention? Because a lot of times when guys get attention, they want to go to a bigger school or a more well-known school or something like that. Do you give him props for staying there?
For sure. I mean, and with that, I mean, Monarch is a school that I think is on the up and up a little bit. I mean, went 9-3 this past year.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, with AJ next year, I think they can do some good stuff. You know, we'll see, but definitely have to give him props in that regard. And I think he's going to lead them to. He mentioned a state championship. We'll see. South Florida's tough. Florida as a whole is obviously a brutal state when it comes to high school football, but you know, we'll see.
You know what? I love his confidence.
Yeah.
I love his confidence, man. There's one trait in quarterbacks that I love, man. I don't like indecisive or quarterbacks who have to think twice before they answer. He was just boom, boom, and ready to go, and showed me that he's got a high on-field IQ with some of the answers that he gave us there. So there's no doubt this guy's name is going to be climbing up the ranks really soon, guys. So keep an eye out for AJ Hairston because this is just the beginning. So thank you guys for joining us tonight, man. We had 3 fantastic guests on. Luke, thank you so much, of course, for being my co-host again, man. I always love having you on here. And we'll be back next week, Wednesday, with another set of recruits, and we'll be doing it all over again. It's all about the U, boys. Go Canes. We'll catch you next Wednesday.